Hello, YouTube family. Welcome and welcome back to Free's Fragrance Finds. I am the lady of the house, Lady Free, your gourmand guru. And on this channel, baby, we love and discuss all things fragrances. Where I love gourmands, yes I do, but that doesn't mean that you have to. Stick around, I promise you will find something that you like. Guys, but before we get into today's video, I would love for you to take a quick moment to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you won't miss any of my uploads. Don't you dare miss out. Let's hop into today's video.
You make me feel so good, yeah. Oh, yeah. You make me feel so good, yeah.
Hey girl, hey boy, hey y'all, hey, what is up? It is your girl, Lady Free, and I feel like every time I get on camera, honey, I have a why I've been missing. Honey, life has been doing this big one and not in a good way, okay? So, long story short, I broke my fibula and tore ligaments in my ankle as well as my foot. I shattered my fibula. This is the terminology they use, and tore ligaments. Was it ligaments or tendons? Anyway, ligaments in my ankle as well as my foot, I think. So that is what has happened. I tripped over my makeup pouch, was holding a load of laundry, tripped over my makeup pouch that was on my steps, and to break my fall, tried to break my fall, but my leg did that. So your girl has been MIA. It has been very challenging to say the least. I literally have not been able to walk. First I was on crutches, couldn't support my weight on the crutches. Then they put me on a walker. I was hopping around on one foot, one leg on a walker. Now I finally have this trusty scooter here. And guys, I don't know if I explained that thoroughly enough, but I literally had to have surgery to repair my fibula and the tendons in my foot. The doctor's explicit instructions post-op was not to put any weight on the leg that was operated on. So again, I have not been able to walk. Thank you for your continued love and support. Let's get into the video. Now I have my trusty scooter. And I've been able to get around much better. It's still challenging because I live in a three-level home, so that is presenting a whole different set of challenges. Trying to get up and down the steps, I have to get up and down the steps on my knees or like that on my bottom, and I have to try to get the scooter up the steps as well. Doing all of that on one foot or on my bottom. So forgive me for being gone so long. I still have 2 weeks till I'm able to walk, but again, I finally have my scooter, and that's allowed me to get around a little bit more better, have a little bit more mobility, but that is still challenging in itself. Even with using the scooter, trying to set up my filming equipment, it was a challenge. Okay, this is my third time recording this video. I've experienced so many issues, but I said I was not going to let anything stop me from filming this video today and letting you guys know that I'm okay and where I have been. So let's hop into today's video. In today's video, we have Mango Madness, perfect mango scents. Mango scents that I want to recommend to you from my collection, juicy mango scents in my collection that I want to recommend to you. So if you're interested, please like this video and do continue to watch. Alrighty, so the first fragrance we're going to talk about today is Mango Skin by VILHELM Parfumerie. Go ahead and roll the product shot. This is your mango that isn't as sweet. This is, in my opinion, what a realistic mango smells like. This is the most, in my opinion, realistic smelling mango that we're going to speak about today. It isn't synthetic. It isn't really sweet. It is just a kind of, it's not that sweet, juicy, over-ripened, syrupy mango that a lot of fragrances have and that many of you may look for in your mango fragrances. This is your mango, your greener smelling, maybe a little bit under-ripened mango, a little spicy. So let's go ahead and get you the notes. You have mango, blackberry, and black pepper. In the middle, jasmine, orris, lotus, and in the base, vanilla, icing pink, and patchouli. So you do get a smidge of that patchouli, but it isn't a dirty patchouli, and you really just kind of get a under-ripened, kind of greener smelling mango. And that that note accord is a little off-putting to a lot of people. However, I tend to like it, and you do get a little spice with that black pepper, but I tend to like it because it is one of the most realistic mango smells that I have in my collection, despite it having that kind of greenness that a lot of people don't like, and that it's a little off-putting to a lot of people. I tend to like it because it lends to the realisticness, if that's a word, of this mango scent. It doesn't smell mango at all. I mean, it doesn't smell synthetic at all. This is a unisex scent, leaning feminine in my opinion. This is perfect for, again, this summertime hot fun in the sun type of weather. I feel like you can wear it in the dead of heat. I feel like you can wear it when the sun is at its peak. I feel like you can, I probably wouldn't wear this in the evening time. This isn't really a sexy scent. I would probably layer it with something else, something with a little bit more girth, a little bit more depth, a little bit more sex appeal to it in the evening. But you can really pick up this fragrance and wear it anytime during the summertime. It's a lighter wearing, kind of airy type of fragrance that won't, it's inoffensive, won't get cloying in the dead of summertime. So that is your wearability. Jumping right into performance, as far as the sillage, this isn't going to leave a lasting sillage, okay? Even if you overspray it, it isn't going to give a lasting sillage. So I'm going to say low sillage, moderate projecting, though people will smell you if they come close enough to you. And as far as the longevity, I'm getting about 6 to 8 hour wear out of this. So a moderate to long wearing scent. I would just put it right at moderate just to be safe. So that is your performance. Yeah, this is the 50 ml or 1.7 fluid ounce for $175. That isn't a horrible value. However, you have a lot of fragrances that kind of carry the same DNA that you can get for a less expensive price, i.e. Mango Punch. I think that's from Aroma Concepts. I would say it still isn't the best value. Is it blind buy safe? This is not a safe blind buy. Again, this is a very polarizing scent. It has a note in here or something in here that does not jive well with a lot of people, so this is not a safe blind buy. Rating, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I actually really love this fragrance, and I've had it in my collection probably a year and a half, 2 years, and yeah, I like it. So Mango Skin by VILHELM Parfumerie, 9.5 out of 10. This next one is Keep Glazed by the House of Who. Go ahead and run the product shot. Now this is it's sweet, it's creamy, a little green. It does have a note that in here that is green, and a little woody. So let's go ahead and get you the notes. The notes in Keep Glazed are top notes of mango, strawberry leaf, iced lemon. Then you have middle notes of whipped cream, coconut, and ginger. Base notes of fruity notes, musk, and precious. So it is a little bit, you do get a little bit of bite with that ginger, and you definitely get that strawberry leaf. You definitely smell that greenness from that strawberry leaf, and it kind of takes the sweetness down just a notch, but then that iced lemon comes through. It is an iced lemon, so it's a sweet lemon. It comes through and kind of sweetens it back up, and then you do get that creaminess with that whipped cream. I don't get too much of the coconut, but I do get a little bit of that coconut, and then you definitely get those precious woods. So let's jump right into wearability. Now this fragrance isn't a punk, okay? It isn't quite beast mode, so I'm gonna say I would probably wear this during the evening time. You could get away with wearing it during the day. I don't know if I would wear it when the sun is at its peak or when I'm outside moving around a whole lot, just because it is very sweet, and you do have that lactonic note in it. My light's going out. I knew that was going to happen. And you do have that lactonic note in it. So I would probably wear this during the evening time on a nice summer day. You can do it outside, okay? Nice outside evening time, even on inside on a date, however you want to do it. This is honestly a straight up and down feminine scent, in my opinion. No, this is straight up and down unisex scent, leaning feminine. This is a decent performing scent. People are going to smell you if they come close enough. They don't even have to be very close to you. This fragrance, they're going to smell you. I don't think it's going to leave like quite a lasting sillage. You'll leave a bit of a sillage. If you walk past somebody, they're going to smell your air. They're going to catch a whiff of your perfume. However, this fragrance does last a good bit of time. So I'm getting at least an 8-hour wear out of this fragrance. This is a 2.5 fluid ounce bottle of 75 ml, and you can definitely find it at the discounter sites. It's on Joma Shop right now for $140.64 and FragranceNet for $167.99. Full retail price, this fragrance runs $240. Is it worth its price point at $240? Is it a good value at $240? I would say yes. So definitely at the lower price, points, this is definitely a good value and it's worth its coin. I don't know what I said in the past about it. My mind changes often and I feel differently about perfumes at different times. So I do think now and feel now that it is a good value. So based on all the mango perfumes in my collection, how do I feel about it? What would I rate it? I would give this a 9 out of 10. This is Keep Glazed by the House of Food. This next one is God of Fire by STEPHANE Lucas. Go ahead and roll the product shot. Now this is also your sweet, realistic, spicy, woody, definitely spicy, woody mango that has some depth. This isn't your typical just sweet, fruity mango scent. Top notes of mango, ginger, lemon, and red berries. Middle notes of woody notes, coumarin, and jasmine. Base notes of musk, amber, argwood, and cypriol oil. So you definitely get that lemon upon first blast. You definitely get that lemon as well as that mango and a bite from that ginger, and also those woody notes and the coumarin. You really just honestly get all the notes. I literally can smell all the notes in this fragrance. It is a bit ambery as well. The mango is a sweet, juicy mango. This one is just good. Very, very good. You definitely have to get your nose on this one. Nighttime, sexy, that oud and those woody notes makes it sexy, and it also makes it straight up and down unisex. A lot of people may say it leans feminine, but I think it's straight up and down unisex. On my skin pulls that mango, and my skin pulls, you know, there's more sweeter notes out of this. I can see on a man's skin and on a male's skin those woodsy notes and that oud and that musk and the cypriol oil kind of pulling heavier on that man. I would definitely love to smell this on a man, but this is nighttime sexy. Put that thing on. This one isn't heavy, it isn't quite light, but it does have a little bit more depth and a little bit more weight to it in its presence. So I wouldn't necessarily classify it as light, but it's not dense either. But it is a fragrance that does have a little bit more depth and weight to it than just your average run-of-the-mill mango scent. So for that reason, I'm going to give it Freeze Fragrance Find of the Day. Freeze Fragrance Find of the Day. If you are unfamiliar, I don't do it in every video, but it's the fragrance that I would most recommend you to go get your nose on. Out of all the ones I mentioned in the video, Freeze Fragrance Find is going to be the one that I mostly recommend. Not saying go blind by it, but definitely Freeze Fragrance Find of the Day goes to God of Fire by STEPHANE Lucas. Definitely get your nose on this one. So speaking of that, let's go right into value. This one is a little bit pricey. This is a 50 ml bottle, even for the price point of $245. Let me see how much it's coming up as. $230. Even at that price point, I'm still going to say it's worth its price point. It is a good value, and in my opinion, for the notes that you're getting, the quality of the notes that you're getting, the way the notes have been blended, the smell of it, it's just a different type of mango in my opinion. To blind buy or not to blind buy, however, I would not say this is a safe blind buy. Definitely get your nose on it first. It's just not safe. It's different. It's a different type of mango, so I would definitely say get your nose on it. Rating 10 out of 10. It's Freeze Fragrance Find of the Day. What did you think? 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. God of Fire by STEPHANE Lucas. Guys, I failed to mention the performance on this one. This one has no performance issues. It definitely checks all of the boxes. This next one is HAUTS or HAUTS BIJOUX by House of SILLAGE. Go ahead and roll the product shot. Now this is your more perfumey, citrusy type of mango scent. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to get into a little bit more detail later, but let's go ahead and get you the notes. Mango, blackcurrant, grapefruit, Caro Corunde, that's a white floral, iris, heliotrope, vanilla, amber, and cedar. So you definitely get that grapefruit. The grapefruit does last a bit in this fragrance. The grapefruit accord, the citrus accord, which is the grapefruit, does last a bit of time. It isn't like just citrus at the top and you spray it and it dissipates quickly and then you're left with the other fragrances or the other notes in the fragrance. No, this one lasts. It sticks around a bit, not the entire wear. The dry down, you get the mango starts to come through a little bit more, and then you don't smell as much as the grapefruit. You really don't smell the grapefruit in the dry down, but the mango isn't really the star of the show here. This is more of a white floral or pink floral type of fragrance. So I would classify this as a florally type of mango, citrusy florally type of mango scent. You definitely get those florals in there, the white floral and the purple florals. So you really get the mango the most in the dry down, in my opinion. That's what I'm trying to say. Wearability, this is an easy reach fragrance. I will almost say mass appealing. When I say perfumey, that's what I mean. It smells florally, perfumey. It smells like a lot of people will like it. So because of that reason, I'm going to say it's just an easy reach fragrance during the day, during the evening time. I would even wear this on a sexy date night. It does have enough sex appeal to get away with it, enough prettiness. It's a pretty fragrance, a pretty girl fragrance during the evening time on a sexy date night. This is a straight up and down feminine fragrance, in my opinion. This isn't as lighter wearing. It does have some weight, it is a little bit weighty, but it's not like substantial wearing. I would say it's light enough to wear during the daytime. During the day of heat, it's not going to get cloying, in my opinion, or anything like that. And it's also heavy enough. It also has enough wear. It also has enough girth to be able to pull it off during the evening time and, smell pretty, smell classy, and smell sexy all at the same time, right? So, and it is a moderate wearing fragrance. I will say that they're going to smell you. So the projection and the sillage is decent. The sillage more so than the projection. You will leave a lasting scent trail with this fragrance. If someone, again, walks past you, they'll smell you. So I'm getting about 6 to 8 hours wear out of this fragrance. Value. House of Sillage always runs sale, especially on the signature collection, in which this fragrance is a part of. So you can catch it right now at $188, and they are 2.5 fluid ounce bottles, I think. Yeah, 75 ml 2.5 fluid ounce bottles for the $188 price point. Is it a good value? Yes. At the $395 or $280, not so much. To blind buy or not to blind buy, again, I stated that this is a more of a mass appealing fragrance, and this is one of the more popular ones in the signature collection. So I would say that is a safe-ish blind buy. I do know a lot of people that love this fragrance, and again, it's very popular, one of the more popular ones. So not quite mass appealing. It still has a niche appeal to it, but as far as the House of Sillage and the signature collection goes, this is one of the more popular ones. So it is a safe-ish blind buy. Rating, I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. I love it. That's HAUTS BIJOUX by the House of Sillage. This next one is CRUSTSIR by XERJOFF. Go ahead and run the product shot. Now this is your more milky, lactonic, almost overripen, very sweet, very thick, very syrupy, dense type of mango scent. Let's go ahead and get you the notes. Top notes of mango, guava, pineapple, apple blossom. Middle notes of black currant, exotic floral notes, violet leaf. Base notes of dried milk, base notes of milk, dried fruits, musk, vetiver, and cedar. Again, you definitely get that milk. This is more of a gourmand type of mango, in my opinion, with that milk and those dried fruits. And you definitely smell the milk. A lot of people feel like the milk and the mango combined isn't a good combination, and kind of makes it smell like an over-ripened mango or a mango with sour milk, maybe, and especially along with those dried fruits and that milk. I happen to like it, and obviously I actually really like this fragrance, and I've worn it a lot in past times. Okay, so this is one of the biggest dents in my collection. You definitely get that milk So you definitely have to jive with a really thick, lactonic, sweet, almost over-ripened type of mango. Again, beware, okay? Just be cognizant of that fact. It is very sweet, thick, syrupy, almost over-ripened smelling mango. So let's get right into your wearability. I would advise you not to wear this during the dead of summer, or wear it outside while you're going to be under the direct heat or the direct sunlight. You're going to smell like sour milk. This is going to turn. And so let's not do that. Let's not do that. If you're going to wear it during the summertime, this is good for the summertime, but I will reserve it for date nights on the inside where you're not in direct contact with the sun. You have been warned. This is a feminine fragrance in my opinion. Again, it's thick, it's dense, it's syrupy, all the things, other things. You're going to be smelled, okay? This one does leave a lasting impression, okay? The sillage on this one is great. I don't know if you guys remember me explaining what sillage is. Sillage is how it lasts, how it lingers after you've left, or how it lingers maybe after you've left the room, okay? For example, I was visiting my grandmother and not with this perfume, but just an example of sillage. I was visiting my grandmother at a rehab center, and her room was in the back. So I had one of the CNAs come in, and it was like, that's you I smell all the way in the front. I smell you all the way around this building. Your scent has lingered all the way around this building. That's what sillage is, in my opinion. Projection is how far it projects off of your body, like how close someone has to be in quarters with you or to you in order to smell your perfume. So those are the differences. That's why I make that distinction between the two. So this one is going to leave a lasting sillage. The trail that it leaves is the star for the performance on this fragrance. It isn't a heavy projector, but it leaves a heavy sillage, and it is a good lasting fragrance. I get a strong 8 hours out of this scent. So let's jump right into value. You definitely can find it discounted. Joma Shop has it for $184.99. Regular price is $279, and this is a 50 ml. Is it worth that price for the full price? I'm going to say it's not so much of a good value for the full price, but it is an excellent value at the discounted sites and at the discounted price. Is it a safe blind buy? Absolutely not. Do not go blind buy this fragrance. Definitely get your nose on it. Rating, I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. I actually love it. That is CRUSTSIR by XERJOFF. This next one is YARA TOUS by LATTAFA. Now this one is just very popular. This is your sweet, creamy, floral, coconutty type of mango scent. Let's go ahead and get you the notes. Mango, coconut, passion fruit, middle notes of jasmine, heliotrope, orange blossom, base notes, vanilla, cashmere, and musk. It is a creamy coconut. I don't know where the creaminess comes from, but it's definitely some type of creaminess in this fragrance, and you definitely get, it's more of a synthetic mango, but it's still good. The more this one sits, the longer this one sits, the better it gets. Trust, know, and believe me when it comes to that aspect. The longer this one sits, the better it gets. This is one that you definitely have to spray out and then let it sit for a bit of time, and this fragrance that I'm getting now from this, it's amazing. It smells so much better than it did when I first purchased it. Wearability, this is a straight up and down feminine fragrance in my opinion. This one can be worn honestly really any time during the summertime, day or nighttime. I don't see it getting cloying in the dead of summer when you're outside. I don't think it has enough girth or substantialness or substantiability. I don't think it has enough weight or enough, I just don't think it'll be cloying at all, in my opinion, because it is very florally nuanced. So I don't think it'll get cloying as far as the sweetness and as far as all of the things. Just very tropical-ish smelling fragrance, so perfect for this time of year. Performances isn't the best performing scent. Even after it has set for a while, this isn't the greatest performing scent. The sillage is low, the projection is low to moderate, and as well as the longevity, I'm getting about a 4 to 6 hour mark. 6 hours, it's pushing it in my opinion. So 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours is pretty much a skin scent. Let's jump right into value. You can find this at Joma Shop for $25, $24, $25. So great value. This is a 100 ml bottle, so excellent value. Blind Buy worthy, blind buy safe, in my opinion. Yes, this is a safe blind buy. Nothing not to like about it. It isn't the greatest fragrance, but it isn't the worst either, okay? Rating, I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. An 8 to an 8.5 out of 10. That is YARA TOUS by LATTAFA. So this next one is Mango Mood by PHLUR. I'm not going to do the whole spiel, but I am going to go ahead and roll the product shot. So go ahead and roll the product shot. But we're not going to do the whole spiel on this one. This is one that is perfect to layer with all your mango fragrances. And we're going to leave it at that. It's fruity, it's tropical, it's more of a synthetic mango. And it does have some other notes in it. We'll get to that in a minute. It does have some other notes in it, so we're going to get you the notes really quick. Mango, blackcurrant, pink pepper, jasmine, sambac, lotus, orris, patchouli, brown sugar, and vanilla. I do get a little bit of that patchouli. It isn't a dirty patchouli, and it's blended pretty well. It's kind of tucked down in there, but it's just perfect to layer with all of your mango scents. And it's more of a synthetic mango, but it's still a good smelling body spray. Okay, so that is PHLUR by Mango Mode. I give this one 8 out of 10. And that has brought us to the end of this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you guys are still in here with me. I hope you guys are still rocking with your girl. Please forgive my absence. Again, it was warranted, okay, y'all? And I just hope and pray that you guys are doing well. That is what's been going on with me. But please take a moment to like this video. Please take a quick moment to like this video. It does help out a lot. If you found any value in the content, any value in what I'm doing over here on Freeze Fragrance Finds, any value in your girl Lady Free, I would be obliged if you would like the video, as well as subscribe to the channel. It is free 99, y'all. All of these fragrances that I have about 250 to maybe 300 fragrances in my collection, have all been purchased with my coin, okay? I am a very small channel. I'm new to this YouTube thing. I did not start my collection with the intention of becoming a YouTuber. However, here I am, and I would love for you guys to show your support in any way that you can, just by liking the video and just by giving me a joining the family over here at Freeze Fragrance Finds. It does mean a lot, again, because this shows you how much I love and I am committed to YouTube, okay? Because these fragrances, again, have been purchased with my own coins. So just take a moment of your time. I know I've been talking a lot. Forgive me for my blabber mouth, but please just take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I love you guys. Bye-bye.